Well, happy Thursday, everybody. I know the snow has been coming down, and I hope you're staying warm. It's kind of crazy. I thought we were done with the snow. But here's your weekly news from the Wave. We kicked off our series last week, You Ask, where students got to ask the questions, and we tried to tackle three of them. Why can't women be pastors at this church? And we just believe that that's a role that God has set in place for men kind of forcibly, and He's making men step up and lead well. And it does not restrict women in any other way than that. Second question we tried to tackle was how much of the Old Testament do we follow? And we ultimately came down to if the Old Testament is talking about loving God, then we follow that. That's the tithing and all those kinds of things. If it falls under loving people, that would be the last six of the Ten Commandments. You know, don't steal, don't lie, don't covet, those things. Those are the things we follow. We do not have to follow as Christians under grace. We do not have to follow the ceremonial and those kind of laws in the Old Testament, the sacrifices and all those things. We've been changed from that. So that's what we covered last week, and I'll introduce the questions that we're going to talk about this week at the end of this video, so stick around. I also want to remind you, camp is open. We've got 35 students already signed up, and that is amazing. That's awesome, but our goal is to take 50. So if you haven't signed up yet, we want to make sure you get your students signed up. Do not let money be an issue. We will figure that out later. You can reach out to me, and we'll figure it out. We have people in our church that love students and want to support them in any way. I will tell you that guaranteed spots, to make sure your student has a spot, you have to be signed up by April 1st. After that, it is going to be up to the camp on whether or not there's room for your student. In the lieu of that, our next and last fundraiser is the golf outing. We are going to be golfing on April 28th. That's Saturday from shotgun start at 1 p.m. And we need a lot of things for that. We've asked everybody going to camp to help us find three things. One, a foursome to golf. So spread the word. We will have flyers and things like that here soon for everybody to start spreading the word. It's at Lancaster Country Club. We need golfers. We need sponsors. Most of the money that we're going to make for this fundraiser is through sponsors. So if you know of a business or a family member or somebody who would be willing to sponsor, we have sponsorships from $25 all the way up to $10,000. And the more we can get, the more money we make, and the more money we make, the cheaper it is to send your kid to camp. So we're trying to do all that. We also need donations for our silent auction. And so we have asked everybody going to camp to try to find a foursome, to try to find a sponsor, and to try to get one item donated for our silent auction. We can make a ton of money and put it right towards our students' camps and those kinds of things. And then on top of that, we also need donations for the little golfer goodie bags that we put out for them. So we're really, really excited about that, but that's the big thing coming up. Want to make sure that you guys are aware. We'll have sign-up sheets for you to be involved that day with things like the dress hole and all these other kind of things that are going to happen. That's really all I have for you. Let me go ahead and give you this week's questions that we're going to talk about on Sunday. We got two very, very culturally relevant questions asked by students, and we got a lot of questions about these. The first one we're going to tackle is, what does the Bible say about tattoos? It is a huge deal among students, and everybody is getting tatted up and things like that, and they want to know, what does the Bible say about that? So we're going to tackle that. The second one is kind of a big general thing. One of the questions that came in was, why isn't it okay to be gay? And so we're going to look at the Bible and try to understand where God is at on that, and then tackle along with that thoughts and advice on the LGBTQ community. We are going to kind of tackle all of that. So don't miss this Sunday. We are excited. God is doing some cool things. We even have a little surprise for you downstairs in the underground coming this Sunday. So don't miss. Guys, have a great day. We'll see you on Sunday.